What a person will do for friends. In our local support group, someone said, "Cheryl, I have the worst time with inward opening doors. I get near them, and if I'm crowded against the wall, I can't do a back step in order to get the door open, and I'm stuck. What can I do?" And someone else piped up with the same problem, and over here someone else had the same problem. So, by special request, we're going to talk about that awkward inward opening door. Not just for Parkinson's, who the people will freeze sometimes and have back step, but a lot of people have balance issues. A lot of people are using a walker and the walker gets in the road. Using a cane, there's an awkward situation often and a balance issue. And sometimes if you have a lower back pain, you've been injured, or even if the door is quite heavy, you have problems with it. Let me show you some of the things that I found, and I came up with some solutions too. First, I have to excuse myself and say the only inward opening door I own is in my bathroom, where I'm crowded up against the wall with the correct door swing. So, yes, this is the antique toilet that was featured in my toilet trap video. We're all friends here now. Okay. If you look down on the floor here, you'll see that I've put some black tape, and that's where my door swings in. I wanted to show you that you're going to have to come up with imaginary door swings in your mind as you approach an inward opening door. And remember, it's always going to be on the same pivot here, so it's always going to be however wide the door is. If it's a wide door, it's going to take a wide swing. If it's a narrow door, it'll take a narrow swing. But that means that we have to be standing outside of this dotted line here that we have imagined in order to have the door open and us be able to get through it. But the problem is that because of the way we're built, if I try and reach toward the door, I measured this. I'm 5 inches away from the doorknob. Even if I try and push my arm forward, I'm still a few inches away from the doorknob. We can overcome this. So we're pretending that this is the solid wall. Here's our door swing. I come up to the door. I immediately squat slightly, and then watch my shoulders. I take one forward and one back. The one that I'm reaching for, the door is swinging this way, so I want to take the inward arm and reach it toward the doorknob. If I squat, I come to here. If I squat and take the other shoulder back, it pushes this shoulder forward. I can do this, and I can stand up, and I'm totally outside the door swing. So again, watch as I go down and practice this. I go down, think about the inside arm, push it forward by pulling the other arm back, just the shoulder, and then stand up and just let the doorknob come. I practiced this with the handicap, the open twisting type of doorknob as well, and it works very well for those. But you say, my knees hurt, I can't come down and come up like this. Think about your dotted line again. Make sure that the feet are split with your inward foot behind. You're still out of the door swing, so we've got the door closed. We do the squat, we do the reach, and we can come up. And this is real important if a person does happen to have a back injury. And I just recently did that, and I found, and I've been practicing this for the folks at the Parkinson's group. And I'm going, whoa, look at that. My back doesn't hurt when I open up the door. So you could actually use this as well with those heavy doors, you know, the heavy church doors, the heavy doors when you go to municipal buildings and things, and they're just monsters, and a lot of times they're hard. So what's happening here, if I do this and I'm coming forward, I'm still pretty well stacked over my body. The weight is stacked, but I'm stacked better if I have a split foot. My weight is stacked up and down instead of leaning forward. Here, all the body weight is here. Puts pressure on the back, and it's difficult to do. You can still stand up and get the door open all right, but it's awkward, and for people with balance, what happens as they stand up, they use this as a pivot, and then they start to do the twist. And they start to twist and swing on the doorknob because they're hanging onto it. So, one more time, I'm adding something each time. You're going to walk up to a door, imagine the door swing, put your foot like this with the foot that's closest to the wall on the forward foot. The arm you're going to be reaching with is the inside arm into this area, and it's the same leg that goes back. Go down, twist with the shoulders and reach, stand up, and you're going to have a lot of strength with a heavy door as you stand and pull it inward. Now, using my grandfather's cane, which I think is just cute as heck, it's a little duck there. Anyway, good. My grandpa was just great. Love my grandfather. Anyway, what you're going to have to do is figure out, depending on which side you're carrying the cane, you're going to have to take that cane and put it in the hand closest to the outside wall with that forward foot and backward foot in order to reach and pull. Because, as you can see, if I do this, then I'm in the middle of having to do a switch with my cane. So do the switch before, if it's in your right hand and you're going to have to open it this way, do the switch before, and then you can get yourself located and reach. And even though you have a cane in this arm, your shoulder should still be able, this back shoulder should still be able to come back. As you can see, the cane, instead of being upright, I take the cane back and bring it up as I stand. So once again, going forward with the cane, positioning myself after I figure where the door swing is, cane upright, gives me my support, allows me to come down, cane starts to go back, cane comes up as I come up. Now, remember, we've got those dang self-closing doors, so as soon as you get to this point, if you know it's a self-closing door, you're going to want to open it wider, and that way it gives you enough time to take your step, move your cane, whatever you need to do, and get in front of that door before it decides that it's going to come crashing in on you, which is the worst thing when you have a walker. Now we've got this monster, and I wanted to make sure that I got a good wide one here so that it's really difficult. So we have an inward opening door, and we have a walker that is this big. How are we going to get that thing out? Again, you're going to be thinking in terms of the door swing. You're going to take and put your walker at an angle about like this, or as close as you can to what you think that door swing is going to be. Take your split step, and using the outer arm, the one closest to the wall, you can support yourself slightly as you were with the cane. Bend, reach forward, and do the pivot, and watch my shoulders as I pivot. This one goes back even though my hand is still supported on the walker. Pull it open. Now, open it a little wider than usual. Don't let it just get to here. You want it to there, so you can take that one little click and get it in, and out the door you go. And now, yes, I am back. I will have these things written on Facebook. It's hard to find all of my notes on Facebook. You go over, everything corresponds. The titles of my videos correspond with the title of the note that I will post. And those you can go ahead and copy and share with your support groups and so forth. You don't, it's there. Just mention my name. That's all I ask. That way I feel like I'm in your support group. But some of these are 2 and 3 years old, so I have got like 200 notes that you actually have to go through. If you have a particular thing that you want, go ahead, and you don't even have to friend me on Facebook, but on Facebook you can go ahead and you can say, Cheryl, by private message, this is what I need. I understand you have a video for it, and I'll know where it is probably a lot faster than you will, so it's just fine. You can go ahead and send me messages. I'm a master fitness trainer. I did this so that I could be a better instructor and much better help to people with Parkinson's, dystonia, and other problems. I'm really glad that you joined me.